Yo, welcome to the show. It's Boston's Banter with Frank the Bank and Keith K. Lava. You know the answer. Talking sports, breaking down the play so raw. From the Celtics to the Sox, we giving you the score. Catch the vibe, we coming live. Filling up your feed, let the passion thrive. Every dunk, every run, we analyze the moves. Shout out to the fans, feel the rhythm and grooves. From Gillette to the Garden, we ain't missing a beat. Frank and K. Lava bring the fire, can't accept defeat.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is Pissah. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith K. Lava La Cava. What's going on, Vincent Brand Bro?
Not much, Neek Bro Collins.
Neek Bro Collins in the house today.
He got a new teammate.
I saw that.
We'll bring that
talk
up later.
About that for sure. We're only almost a little less than a week away, or a little bit more than a week away.
I think it's a week
and
from
some change.
this Saturday, my dude.
I can't even keep track. I'm so excited. But yeah, we're about a week away at this point. So yeah, let's jump right into the Wicked Pissah news. We got some stuff to talk about today.
Yes, sir, Frankie. And Frankie, before we get into the Red Sox update, we got some more notable NBA moves this past week. So the Cavs have re-signed guard James Harden to a 3-year, $97 million contract. The 37-year-old 11-time All-Star returns for his 18th NBA season. He was traded to the Cavs this past February from the Clippers and averaged 20.5 points per game en route to helping the Cavs make the Eastern Conference Finals last season. The Heat have signed sharpshooter Klay Thompson to a 2-year, $13 million deal following his contract buyout with the Mavericks. Heat are loading up.
I'm saying, they're going to be stacked this year.
They got Giannis. Now they're getting Klay. I mean, I know Klay, his numbers weren't the same from Golden State.
Still a great outside shooter.
That's
though.
what I'm saying,
I mean,
bro.
knock down that three.
They got rid of Harrell, and they got Klay Thompson.
I don't mind it.
The Nuggets signed 6-time NBA All-Star DeMar DeRozan to a 1-year, $3.9 million deal.
That's a good deal. I mean, honestly, for 3.9, he's a good player.
For a veteran like him, yeah, going over to a team with Jamal Murray and the Joker.
I like it.
Not bad, Frankie. But how about you get into that Red Sox
I mean,
update?
they're playing good again. It's been kind of crazy, honestly. It's been a roller coaster season for them, honestly.
Yes, it has.
72-59 overall right now. They're 7-3 in the last 10, including 4 straight wins, which we like to see that.
Love to see that.
We're second in the wild card still a 2.5-3 back of the Yankees for that first wild card. But we're looking good, strong in the second wild card right now. But let's get into last week. 9-4 win versus the D-backs. A tough 7-6 loss versus the Diamondbacks. That was tough. Extra innings. We lost that in the 10th. We scored a run, but they scored 2. It was that was kind of an ugly one. A 6-4 win versus the Giants. Devers' first game back at Fenway.
And
I think we heard some boos, didn't we?
Did you see how they treated him, bro? Let's show the clip.
This.
The designated hitter, number 16, Rafael Devers.
Yeah, that's how it should be, though.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I
course. You got the Boston welcome back. But then
But
later in the game,
yeah, he did.
look what he did.
Put a lot of spin on it and absolutely drives it.
Now Devers to deep center field. Rafaela watches. Gone! Back at Fenway! Devers goes deep.
Now we're getting some smiles in the dugout. There we go. Boys are starting to get happy. You know this guy feels amazing.
Hey, he'll never forget that, ever. What a swing. It's 5-4.
I mean, I think he was a little more motivated after hearing those boos.
Yeah,
man.
he crushed that ball.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Unfortunately. But 6-4 win, we like that. Then a 3-2 win. Sox were down 2 in the 9th, dude. Crazy comeback. Willer Abreu, obviously, who struck out 4 times in this game, ripped a sharp grounder, made a good stop at first base, made a terrible throw home, and there was some controversy over that call.
Right.
Honestly, I thought he was out. They did replay. They called him safe on the field, and I think that's why they stuck with the call on the field, because it was like too hard to tell. But I honestly thought his foot was on the bag at first on home plate.
Yeah.
But that was a crazy play at home. But hey, we'll take the dub. I don't care. If it was against us, we would have been talking a lot longer about it. But,
Right.
Yeah. And then a 5-4 win versus San Fran, again, for the sweep. Gotta love that. Marlins game last night was crazy. You know, we were down for a lot of that game and came back and won it. I mean, we're down 2 at one point, tied it up, scored 4 straight runs against the Marlins there to win our 4th straight game.
Yes, sir.
Got the Marlins again tonight, so hopefully we can keep that winning streak alive and going well.
Keep it rolling, Frankie.
I love it. We got some NFL stuff. Keith, we got some pretty cool stuff to talk about, actually. One guy that, you know, we both kind of liked a lot over his career. Why don't we talk about him first?
Had a great career, and we got a notable player, man. He's calling it a career, man. He had some really gruesome injuries in college and the NFL.
That gruesome injury in high school, in college was just Nasty, but the one in the NFL is even worse.
Yeah, but the one he had in college, and then he came to the NFL and did what he did is still impressive.
He went nuts.
That's what I'm saying,
He went nuts.
bro. Let's break it down, Frankie. So 4-time Pro Bowl running back Nick Chubb is retiring after 8 seasons in the NFL. He was a second-round pick to the Browns in the 2018 NFL draft out of Georgia. He actually, like we were just talking about, suffered a horrible left knee injury in 2015. His second year while still at Georgia, he dislocated his knee and tore his MCL, PCL, and LCL. Would obviously miss the rest of that year, but return for the next 2 years, rushing for a combined 2,475 yards and 23 touchdowns, rising his draft stock to the second round. He would go on to play 7 seasons for the Browns, where he made 4 straight Pro Bowls from 2019 to 2022. Unfortunately, though, like we just talked about, injuries would catch up with him again in 2023. He suffered a torn MCL and damaged ACL in week 2 and would miss the whole year. Then in 2024, in week 15, after he came back after missing most of the year, he suffered a broken foot, ending his season for the second straight year. Following the 2024 season, he became an unrestricted free agent and signed a 1-year, $2.5 million deal with the Texans and finished the year with only 506 rush yards and 3 touchdowns. So nothing like his usual numbers.
Yeah.
But regardless of all the injuries, this guy was a beast and finishes his career with 7,349 rush yards, 54 rush touchdowns, 141 receptions, 1,109 receiving yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns. So, Frankie, congrats on a great career to Nick Chubb.
Yeah, cut short by injury for sure, but I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, and he was with the Browns soon. Actually, when he got there, they were still on a playoff drought, and he was one of the guys that really helped them get back to the postseason.
He was a pure running back. Like, he was just in between the tackles.
A lot of long runs he had.
Yeah, he was sick. He was so sick.
Congrats to him, man.
Great career. But
absolutely. But, Frankie, speaking of NFL injuries, we got a bunch more to talk about from this past week.
A lot, actually.
A lot. Seahawks wide receiver Jake Bobo, and the reason I bring him up is he's actually a Massachusetts native. He suffered a significant knee injury in a joint practice with the Titans this past Friday and will be out the whole season.
Yeah, that's tough.
Jets running back Breece Hall is dealing with a groin injury that will sideline him for 2 to 3 weeks. Head coach Aaron Glenn said he should be ready for the season opener, but, they're going to take it easy with him. Here's running back Kyle Monangai suffered a hyperextended knee in practice this past week and is expected to miss multiple weeks, putting his week 1 status in doubt. Draft stock for DeAndre Swift rising.
Yeah, looking better on that.
That's right.
On that over-under
and
right
then,
there.
of course, one of my sleepers, bro, Saints running back Alvin Kamara suffered a sprained MCL in a joint practice versus the Cowboys this past week, and he's expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks, also putting his week 1 status in doubt.
Yeah, he probably won't play week 1.
That's what I'm saying. Texans wide receiver Jaden Higgins suffered a torn ACL in joint practice versus the Raiders, ending his season. The Texans had high hopes for this kid.
He looked good at the end of last year, honestly. He was really stepping up, dude.
That's what I'm saying, Frankie.
That sucks.
Raiders running back Ashton Janty has suffered a sprained ankle in practice over the weekend. Looks like he avoided a long-term injury.
A lot of people thought he was done for already.
That's what I'm saying, but it's to be determined how long he'll be out, but he definitely lucked out.
Yeah.
And then Browns starting defensive end Alex Wright suffered a ruptured Achilles this past week in practice and will miss the whole season. Mind you, losing Myles Garrett is bad enough. Now losing starting caliber defensive ends is a bad hit. The Browns are in for a rough year, Frankie.
Yeah, we knew that already.
Yes, sir. And Frankie, we got some more moves from this past week. Teams were dealing, signing players. Let's break it down. With the Texans dealing with the Jaden Higgins injury, they went out and signed veteran wide receivers Sterling Shepard and Zay Jones, both to 1-year deals. But those aren't the only wide receivers they signed, and we got another one to bring up later, of course. And with Terry and Arnold being placed on the commissioner exempt list, the Seahawks have signed 2-time Pro Bowl cornerback Trevin Diggs to a 1-year deal.
That's a good signing, honestly.
It is. And with the Alex Wright injury, the Browns have signed former first-round pick defensive end Derek Barnett, Super Bowl champion. Yeah. Frankie, we got a trade here. 2 guys on the move who they just signed with these teams.
It's crazy.
The Saints trade linebacker Deion Jones to the 49ers for running back Zamir White. Saints want more depth after that recent Kamara injury, obviously.
Of course, absolutely.
But Frankie, I got one more notable re-signing and extension here.
Yep.
Bucks have signed 2-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Vita Vea to a 1-year, $30 million extension with $6 million in new money this season. Now, mind you, back in late July, Vea requested a trade after extension talks stalled, but the Bucks didn't want to lose him, and they got a deal done.
30 mil. That's good for him.
Then, Frankie, before we get out of Wicked Pissah news, obviously we're getting into the last week of the preseason, so we're going to be seeing a lot of cuts, but we already got 3 notable guys getting cut from their teams.
Yeah.
A few guys we've brought up recently.
Absolutely.
Cardinals have released running back Trey Benson. Kind of expected considering how many running backs they got over there.
I honestly thought he'd make the team over Connor, but Connor's been doing good, I guess.
He gone. Commanders have released running back Jerome Ford, opening things up for my boy JCM.
JCM, huh? Well, they like that Katron Allen.
Right. And the Texans actually released former Patriots linebacker / safety Marte Mapu after they just traded for him earlier in the offseason.
That's a weird one.
So, yeah, those are the notable ones we got, and that's all we got for Wicked Pissah News, Frankie.
Love it.
Another great Wicked Pissah News, and with another week of preseason in the books and another week closer to the regular season, we got a ton to recap with the Patriots on another awesome Foxboro Focus.
Sir.
So, Frankie, week 2 of the preseason is in the books. You know, the Patriots just played the Eagles. But before we get into that recap, man, we got some big news regarding the Patriots.
This was a big one.
Not too happy about it, considering the compensation we got, too. Patriots have traded wide receiver Kayshon Boutte to the Texans for safety Jalen Reed in a 2028 7th round pick. Dude, not next year's draft, this upcoming draft, a 2028 7th for Kayshon Boutte.
I mean,
dude,
again,
I don't like that.
We have too many receivers. He wanted to be moved.
Right.
I wish we went out and got a pass rusher. I texted you. You know what I mean? But Reed's not a bad player. I mean, he's not bad.
You know, reserve guy, man. He's definitely going to add some depth to the safety position. But at the same time, I see him playing more of a special teams role. But this move also tells me, Frankie, that they got big plans for wide receiver Kyle Williams, who has looked great in preseason.
We text all the time about him.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, he's got only 4 catches for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns in the preseason so far. And he's just been lighting it up, bro. I mean, only 4 catches, but those routes, they're looking for him constantly, man.
It opens it up for him more, honestly, with Boutte gone. But again, we have a for the first time in a long time, like depth at
wide receiver room.
You know what I mean? So that's good. I mean, I think Williams is going to be out there a lot more than people think. I drafted him last year thinking he might have a good year in my league. And
few deep ball touchdowns.
Yeah, every time he's out there, he seems to get open at least once or twice a game on deep routes.
That's what I'm saying. And Drake's always looking for him down the field, though. But I'm not going to lie, Frankie, I'm going to miss Boutte. So
Boutte was great for us.
He was. He was a 6th-round pick for us in 2023 out of LSU and really gained some chemistry last season with Drake May, you know, hauling in 33 catches for 551 yards and a career-high 6 touchdowns.
6 TDs,
So best of luck to him in Houston. Our new safety, Jalen Reed, was a 2025 6th-round pick out of the Texans out of Penn State and had 14 total tackles and 1 forced fumble last season. So, like I said, it looks like he's primed for a special teams role.
Yeah, I mean, the grades out there, you see, you know, we got like a B minus, and, you know, the Texans got an A minus. I mean, it's like they needed that help, you know, after losing Higgins like that. I think that's a great move for them. And, you know, Boutte wanted to be traded, so you don't want a disgruntled person in the locker room. You got a little draft compensation, and, you know, you got a guy that, you know, gives you a little depth. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, I wish we got a pass rusher, but hey.
Same here, bro.
We got something for him.
And then we got one more move they made, actually, with punter Bryce Behringer's injury this past week. We saw the 3rd-string quarterback punting the ball out there. The Patriots have signed veteran punter Matt Hack to a 1-year deal. Hope that guy isn't a hack.
He better not be a hack. That's what I was just going to say.
I mean, you're going to get Baron Morton out there making punts, man. So, Frankie, let's get into the preseason week 2 recap versus the Eagles. The Patriots beat the Eagles 24-21.
Take that W, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's show the highlights.
Patriots versus Eagles preseason game 2. We fast forward to the start of the second after nothing but punts in the first, and quarterback Andy Dalton's handing off to running back Will Shipley for a 5-yard touchdown to put the Eagles up 7-0. 4 plays into the Patriots' next drive, quarterback Tommy DeVito off the play action. He's starting to feel the pressure. He's hitting the left side, pointing out a block, and he's going to be getting upfield for a nice 36-yard gain. But 4 plays after that, the Patriots will be settling for a 41-yard field goal by kicker Andy Borregales, who converts it to make the score 7-3. Yeah, he really had to hit that one after all the scrutiny this past week. Next, Eagles drive. Eagles facing a 3rd and 10, and Andy Dalton out of the shotgun is going to be looking for Quez Watkins. Gets broken up by Kendall Vildor, his 2nd pass breakup of that defensive series. Fast forward to roughly 3 minutes left in the first half, and quarterback Tommy DeVito is going downfield, and he finds wide receiver Kyle Williams for a 69-yard touchdown. You want to play press coverage against this kid? He's going to burn you every time, and it showed right there. But 5 plays into the Eagles' next drive, quarterback Tanner McKee in the game, and he's going to find wide receiver Britton Covey for a 14-yard touchdown. Eagles retake the lead 14-10 with a minute left in the first half. Defensive coordinator Zach Kerr and head coach Mike Vrabel were not happy with that one. Start of the second half, Eagles opening drive, and quarterback Tanner McKee out of the shotgun is going to find running back Carson Steele, who gets upfield 28 yards, pushed out of bounds at the New England 30. Same Eagles drive 6 plays later, facing a 4th and 3. Tanner McKee's looking for tight end EJ Jenkins, gets broken up by linebacker Nnamdi Obiazor. Fast forward to the end of the third quarter, Patriots still down 14-10, and rookie quarterback Baron Morton's handing off to fellow rookie running back Jam Miller, who gets a nice 20-yard gain. Then 4 plays later, 1st and goal, Baron Morton's handing off to running back Lan Larison, who gets in for a 2-yard touchdown. Patriots go up 17-14 at the start of the 4th. And then after stopping the Eagles on their next drive, following Patriots drive, quarterback Baron Morton is going to be handing off to running back JaMycal Hasty, who's going to be hitting the left side. Looks like he's going out of bounds, and he does, but he leaves the ball inbounds. Eagles recover, Eagles ball. Yeah, as you can see here, he breaks 1 tackle, and it looks like he's going straight to the sideline, but the ball got punched out perfectly and stayed inbounds, and the Eagles unfortunately recovered. 9 plays into the Eagles' next drive, quarterback Tanner McKee is going to find running back Carson Steele, who hurdles a guy and gets in for a 20-yard touchdown. Eagles go up 21-17 with 3.5 left in the 4th quarter. Next Patriots drive, Patriots down 4 with a minute left in the 4th, and rookie quarterback Baron Morton out of the shotgun is looking downfield for rookie wide receiver Nick DiGennaro for a 37-yard go-ahead touchdown to put the Patriots up 24-21 with a little under a minute left, and everybody was happy to see that. Look at them all celebrating. Next Eagles drive, rookie quarterback Cole Payton in the game, and they need a field goal to tie it, and he's going to be strip-sacked by rookie defensive end Quintavious Hutchins. It gets recovered by New England at the Philadelphia 20, and that'll do it. The Patriots are going to go on to win preseason Game 2 versus the Eagles 24-21.
Man, so obviously it's a preseason game. Again, none of the starters played. You know, Vrabel's taking it easy with those guys, man. But it was actually a really good game to watch. It was a fun
game to watch, actually. Yeah, it really
Definitely.
was. A lot of back and forth and good comeback.
That's what I'm saying. So
let's
break down what I noticed from the offense, bro. So, man, we're going to start here with some bad stuff. 6-year veteran tackle James Hudson was flagged twice on the opening drive for holding calls. That's now 4 on him alone this preseason. And this is the same guy who became the first player in decades to commit 4 penalties on a single drive versus the Cowboys last season when he was with the Giants. In my opinion, we got decent depth at tackle, so I think he got to go. Wide receiver Kyle Williams, like we were just talking about, starting to look like a secret weapon for this offense. He had 2 catches for 74 yards, including that nasty 69-yard touchdown we saw in the highlights.
He's a great route runner, and he's so quick.
Bro, you press him, man, you're asking for problems.
Oh,
he's going to be a problem right by you. His speed has never been doubted, but the kid's route running has improved like we've been talking about. It's improved immensely.
Such a good pick.
And Frankie, we keep bringing it up. The Pats have one of the deepest wide receiver rooms in the NFL, and this kid will be making plays with Drake May, no doubt, this season.
Yes, sir.
Running backs, Jam Miller and Lan Larison battling for that running back 3 spot. Now, Jam Miller led the team with 11 carries for 36 yards, including a nice 20-yard run. But Larison had 9 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown. But Larison offers a lot of value as a pass catcher, too. He also had 3 catches for 41 yards. Mind you, he had 6 receptions for 38 yards last week versus the Colts, which we forgot to bring up. So, should be interesting to see who the Pats keep as their RB3. Yeah. I like that kid, Lan Larison, too, man.
He looks good.
And like we were just talking about, rookie quarterback Baron Morton. He led that game-winning touchdown drive with a minute left, and he looked pretty poised. But my guy's looking like the emergency quarterback 3 as well as the emergency punter, bro. 3 punts for 133 yards?
I like that.
Dude ain't punted since high school.
That was cool. That was cool. That's one way to make a roster right there.
And then, Frankie, let's bring up what I noticed from the defense. So other than our secondary, our D-line and linebackers lack some serious depth. The backup run defense looked like absolute dog. Running back Will Shipley was looking like Derrick Henry, like I was telling you, Frankie,
you
against us.
Me too, and I was like, yeah, he's running all over
Bro,
us.
Gotta add some more pieces there, man, because I'm telling you right now, you got a guy like Will Shipley stiff-arming people into the dirt, bro. Come on.
We talked about it.
It's the reserves, but we still need the depth.
We need... Last year, we were great against stopping the run. We were okay against pass rush, you know what I mean? So we need pass rush, and we got to make sure that defense is ready for the run stop.
Like, you know, it's like I get it. The starters aren't in, but at the same time, and it worries me because obviously it's the NFL. Injuries are unpredictable.
That's what I'm saying.
Free agent acquisition cornerback Kindle Vildor was attacking the ball consistently. He nearly intercepted a pass on back-to-back plays, and he had 2 pass breakups all on the same drive. I'm liking what he potentially brings to the team, too, in terms of depth at cornerback.
We have so much depth at corner and the secondary. It's insane. Now.
That's what I'm saying. Second-round pick defensive end Gabe Akis has had a few pressures, but has looked inconsistent, according to Mike Vrabel. He definitely has speed off the edge, and he has a non-stop motor, but he needs to finish those plays and be careful not to get the roughing the passer calls like he got earlier in that game. We're going to need him to perform better, especially in an area on defense where we lack depth, like we've talked about. Like seeing fellow rookie defensive end Quintavious Hutchins, who dealt with some off-the-field bullshit earlier this year. He got the game-winning strip sack. Dude from BC, too. You got to love to see that, man.
That,
yeah, he had the game-winning strip sack. You know, fans are going crazy. So hopefully, I mean, if he makes the team, who knows what he could add to the team. And other than the secondary, the defense still has a lot of questions, though, Frankie.
Yeah, it's true.
So, yeah, Frankie, we got the upcoming Week 3 last preseason game versus the Browns. Then we're going to be getting ready for the regular season, bro. Dude. Can't wait, bro. That's all we got. Foxboro Focus.
Love it. Another great Foxboro Focus. Let's jump into the Lava Rams. Got some receivers this week.
Yes, sir, Frankie. We got the top wide receivers and sleepers we're going to bring up. But, Frankie, before we get into our sleepers, man, we're going to bring up the top 15 wide receivers courtesy of ESPN PPR rankings and break them down for us, Frankie.
Let's get it. So this was printed off a few days ago. Let's go right through the top 15. Jamar Chase, number 1. Puka Nacua. JSN. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. Sitting there at 5 is CeeDee Lamb. Justin Jefferson at 6. We got Drake London at 7. Rashee Rice at 8.
I was surprised by that one. I
know, man. That's crazy. Nico Collins at 9. Chris Olave at 10. We got Garrett Wilson at 11. AJ Brown boy at 12, which he's going to be higher than that.
Yes, sir.
Malik Neighbors at 13. George Pickens at 14.
Two Cowboys in the top 15.
Yeah, well, they were both nasty last year, but, CD got hurt a little bit, but Pickens went crazy last year.
Right.
And at 15, Tet McMillan. So,
yes, sir, Frankie.
That's the top 15 for ESPN as of a couple days ago. Why don't we get into some sleepers? We're going to pick 3 each. Why don't you start with your first one? Who do you like, my friend?
Jags wide receiver Jacoby Myers.
Okay, I like that.
So 2 weeks in a row, I'm starting my sleepers off with the Jaguars.
Yeah,
so
I noticed that.
The 40th ranked wide receiver with an ADP of 81. He could be an early round 7 steal. Now, this past November, Myers was traded from the Raiders show to the Jags and instantly formed chemistry with quarterback Trevor Lawrence. He had 42 catches on 61 targets for 483 yards and his only 3 touchdowns of the season in 9 games for the Jags, especially after getting traded there too. It seemed like he picked up the system pretty quick. The Jags love what they saw from Myers in their system and rewarded him with a 3-year, $60 million extension. And that tells me, Frankie, that they got big plans for him in this offense this upcoming season. Entering his first full season in Jacksonville and having a full understanding of the system and playbook, I could see Myers' numbers be pretty damn good this upcoming season. I also saw a report that said former Pats and Jags quarterback Mac Jones, who was Myers' teammate obviously on the Patriots, texted Trevor Lawrence when Myers was traded there, and he said, "You're going to love playing with Jacoby Myers." I think Trevor Lawrence looks for him a lot, and Myers does have a great year, like I just said. And one last thing, the guy is a former college quarterback, and that I believe helps his skill set as a wide receiver playing with a good quarterback like Lawrence. He knows where he needs to be to help his quarterback out.
I like that pick a lot, actually. So my first one, we're going to go with Jalen Waddle. So, I mean, he's ranked 23rd overall. It's not like he's crazy low, but, you know, ADP at 47 currently, 23rd ranked wide receiver. But let's be real. He's finally on an amazing offense, in my opinion, right? You don't got, you know, head concussion man, Tua throwing on the ball, right? So right now, Bo Nix
got to watch that ankle.
He's healthy, and he's on a very, very, very fast-paced offense with Sean Payton, right? You know who led the NFL in pass attempts last year? Mr. Bo Nix.
That's right.
You know who's now on that team? Jalen Waddle, who is has the major QB upgrade, in my opinion, obviously.
Absolutely.
So last year, Waddle was ranked 12th in separation rate in NFL of any wide receiver in the NFL and 11th in win rate overall last year. So that's for all qualifying wideouts in the NFL. So, I mean, that alone right there is going to tell you something. His speed over the middle is going to be unbelievable. He's a true number 1 receiver. Cortland Sutton's there. He's going to eat some of that up.
They're going to complement each other.
So that, he's going to not be double covered all the time because they have another really good wide receiver, right? So I can see this guy easily topping 100, 125 targets. He's going to go crazy this year. Sean Payton loves him. Bo Nix loves him. There's been a lot of good chemistry. And again, just how they're going to be able to complement each other out there, I think it's going to be amazing. So
yeah, I could see that. Jalen Waddle's prime for a big year, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's jump to my second one. And this might be a guy that a lot of people like this guy, but it's Christian Watson.
Hey! me.
Oh, sure. You got him too?
Yes, sir.
That's my guy. So,
yes, sir.
Again, this seems like a no-brainer. Everyone's talking about this. That I feel like as long as he stays healthy, that's the biggest thing with him, right?
Right, absolutely.
Romeo Doubs is now with us. Ontavia and Wicks is gone now as well. So, again, seemingly healthy right now. Should be able to have a great season. Currently ranked 36th overall on ESPN PPR rankings. Josh Jacobs in legal trouble, possible suspension looming. You never know there. A lot less mouth to feed. We talked about that a little bit before. Last year, Watson had an average depth of target of 17.3, which ranked third. 17.3 yards, which ranked third in all the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Right. He also was seventh in for any qualifying wideouts with yards per route run and ninth overall for first downs per route run.
Wow.
In the whole NFL. So the metrics are off the chart, right? That's when he was healthy. Again, that's the biggest thing with him. He also had an 18.2% target share when healthy last year. And that's when they had Doubs and Wicks.
Right.
So that's only going to go up because those two are gone. That's 131 targets gone. Right. And he already had an 18.2% target share. So, that's another 131 targets are up for grab there. That's crazy. So,
him and Jaden Reed.
I'm saying Reed, Golden, all those guys.
They're going to complement each other like Sutton and Waddle.
They didn't need Doubs and Wicks. As long as these guys stay healthy, I think they've done well there. But I think Watson's going to be the biggest benefactor of all those grabs.
100%, man. Coming off.
That's crazy. You had him too.
Dude, coming off a torn ACL at the end of the 2024 season, he only played in 10 games this past season where he had 35 catches for an almost career high 611 yards in 6 touchdowns, one shy of his career high. And again, that's coming off a torn ACL, bro. So impressive enough that the Packers signed him to a 4-year, $110.5 million extension. He's entering this season, like you were just talking about, fully healthy. With Doubs gone, Wicks gone, and just him and Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft, he's a little banged up too. We'll see how he looks, man. He's going to be primed for getting a lot of targets on that offense, especially with his speed,
was through the roof last year.
That's what I'm saying. And with his speed and size, mind you, Frankie, 6'4", with a 4.3 40-yard dash. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. The Packers, I picked them to be division losers, so I think they're going to be playing from behind a lot, meaning they're going to have to pass the ball, and they're going to be looking for him down the field.
I think it's great. Honestly, he should have a big year, and his metrics were off the charts last year when he was healthy. So
I could see him setting career highs.
Oh, absolutely. Me too.
Absolutely.
So number 3, let me go on this one. So this is like a deeper sleeper, honestly. And again, this team, like you called a few times, might be 0-17. But Malik Washington on Miami, right? Somebody's got to catch the balls there, right?
Yeah.
So this guy's currently number 1 on the depth chart, right? So they just got a QB upgrade, in my opinion, with Malik Willis. So currently number 1, Waddle and Hill are gone. Ton of targets up for grabs, obviously. Malik Willis heavily targets wideouts in his career, with just under 69% of his drop back passes going to wideouts. 17% go to tight ends, and just over 14% go to running backs. So a huge number goes to the wideouts, right? And something else that a lot of analysts talk about, his first read is 86% of his time, his passes go to his first read. He doesn't get very far down on the read. So if his first read is a wide receiver, which we talk about almost 70% of the time, 86% of the time he goes with the first read. That's in his career. Again, small sample size, but at the end of the day, that's a lot, right? Now, Bobby Slowick, their new offensive coordinator, heavily favors slot receivers in his offensive scheme.
He's a guy who goes in motion a lot,
Exactly. So he puts guys in motion, and he heavily favors the slot, correct? Who's the slot receiver and the number 1 receiver? Malik Washington. So Malik to Malik could be a thing this year.
Eminem.
I'm saying he's currently rated as the 81st overall.
He'll get his looks, but the Dolphins are still going to suck.
They're going to be terrible, but if you can get a wide receiver 1 in the 81st overall.
Right, absolutely. Volume.
I'm saying, and he's like on like the low page here, and he's currently, his ADP is 211 currently. So it's
you got to take a chance on that.
You take a chance on one of them guys, and he's going to be the slot guy. Slowick likes the slot receiver scheme. Malik likes his first read. It kind of added up in my head that he could be a deep sleeper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have room on the roster, he's a deeper guy to look at.
I don't mind that one.
Yes, sir.
And
Who's
Frankie,
your last one?
So for my last one, Frankie, it's a guy who actually was starting to ball out at the end of last season. I actually see him outperforming the guy that's ahead of him on the depth chart, and that's Cardinals wide receiver Michael Wilson.
I like that.
So I'm well aware, bro. He's in an offense with a superstar tight end, a timeshare running back committee, and fellow wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's all right.
But I'm going to tell you right now, I could see Wilson outplaying Harrison Jr. this year. Now, once Jacoby Brissett took over for Kyler Murray last season, he heavily targeted Wilson.
He went crazy.
Even with MHJ and McBride in the lineup. And Brissett is slated to start this year, so chemistry already right there.
Uncle Brissett's going to start
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's
they're
right.
going to be playing from behind a lot,
Exactly.
too.
Another team, another LaFleur brother. So the dude finished the season with 78 receptions for 1,006 yards and 7 touchdowns. Mind you, Frankie, all 7 of his touchdowns came from Brissett, too.
Yep.
He ended last season with 5 straight games with at least 1 touchdown, 6 total to end the season. So he's already going into this season on a hot streak, bro.
Yeah.
So I could see that translate into the 2026 season.
Oh, for sure.
He's the 38th ranked wide receiver with an ADP of 79 in Arizona, like Green Bay, minus, like I just said, having a LaFleur brother as their head coach will have a tough season, and they're going to have to air it out down the
They're
field.
going to have to throw a lot.
He's going to get volume. And lastly, my guy is entering the last year of his 4-year rookie contract, and he wants to get paid, as they all do.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I'm sure. So being contract driven is another reason I see him having a great year, Frankie. Not only him, though. Jacoby Brissett, his quarterback, is also on the last year of his contract. And seeing the chemistry they both had last season, you know Brissett's going to be looking for his guy, Wilson, downfield.
Wilson's going to be nasty this year, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like
so I think he's going to have a good year. And honestly, like I said, I think he outplays Marvin Harrison.
I mean,
Jr.
38th is too low. I mean, that's why, like, you're looking at sleepers. I mean, Waddle's not necessarily a sleeper, but I think, he should be 10 ranks higher than that, is what I'm saying. Like,
nobody's going to be sleeping on
terrible.
him, but the ranking is horrible.
I don't think that rank is good at all.
Not at all, Frankie. But, man,
the same thing with Wilson.
We're going to have to keep our eyes out for these guys, brother.
Love it, dude.
Love it, bro.
Another great show, another great live around. Less than 2 weeks away from draft day.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We got the tight ends next week.
I like it. Let's do it. So thank you guys for liking and subscribing.
Bruce Wayne, a boy of privilege, a boy of tragedy. I know what you play at during the night.
Frank, what the was that?
I have not even the slightest clue.
All right, dude. Yeah, Frankie, finish your lines.
Again, guys, thank you for liking, subscribing, all the good stuff. Keep sharing our videos.
Where are they? We're talking about our fans or something?
Where are our fans? I mean, our fans are everywhere.
Everywhere, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
we could always have more, man, but they are everywhere.
Yeah, we got plenty of fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Frankie, dude, what the is it?
It's
this
actually
week?
Batman Nightfall. It's actually a 3-part animated film series coming out. So this is movie 1. Looks great.
Yeah, I mean, an animated spin, got a violent spin on it and all that. Oh, Frankie, the lights went out.
Here we go again.
Dude, what is going on, bro? Yo, Frankie, you see that over there?
Yeah, that looks like bat signal?
You know what that is, bro. Lights are back on, Frankie, but we saw the signal, man. We know what to do. Let's get up on out of here, bro.
From Beantown to your town, stay wicked Pissah.
Oh, Frankie, I see you. It's only right. He has a sidekick right next to him. Let's go from Foxboro to your bro. Thanks for listening, everybody. We're going to see you next week.